everybody. I'm here at Springfield Raceway. I'm here with Jacob Long in the 3-1 GRT Midwest Mod. Jacob, you're eighth in points here at Springfield so far. A couple top fives, close to win. You have 5 top tens this year. So tonight, what's your expectations for the night?
We've been a little better the last couple of weeks. We've been able to run towards the top 5, and as long as we can sniff for a top 5 or a win, we're going to keep coming back. And kind of struggled early on, but here recently I found some speed. So I'm expecting the track to be a little slicker than it was last week. Last week a little rain shower came through it. It was just hammered down, on the gas the whole way around the racetrack. And tonight I think a little bit of the sun's going to come out, and it's going to be a little slicker than it was last week. So hopefully we can get this thing dialed in and find some speed in the slick.
So do you say you like a slick track or you like it a little bit heavy?
I'm kind of a tweener, I guess you'd call it. Like, I don't like it hammered down, matted, because generally when it's like that, it's kind of one groove, and it's hard to pass, it's hard to maneuver. But dry slick, unless the track gets real wide, it's okay. But if it's slick and there's nothing to get a hold of and kind of single file, that sucks too. So I kind of like it in between, where there's places on the racetrack where you can get hooked up, and then places where it kind of slicks off, or you got to be a little more technical. So I would say I kind of like it in between, where it's just starting to take some rubber and just starting to slick off, but not quite totally dry slick.
So would you rather run the top or the bottom?
I'm a fence banger. I like running the cushion. I like getting over the wall. I don't know why. I just the bottom. I kind of started off racing in my career running the bottom all the time, and the more I got confident in the top, the more I just liked running up there. And sometimes I do totally stupid stuff and abort the fast lane and go to the top, and it bites me in the butt. But I like knocking the fence down and hitting the cushion.
So when you're on the track and you're racing, whether it's the heat or the feature, when you're racing in the car, like while you're driving, does it ever cross your mind adjustments that you either could have made before you race or adjustments that you made that aren't working out while you're in the car?
Yeah, so there's definitely some of that while you're driving. Like, you can feel that wasn't so good, or that was really good. And a lot of times I'll work on this thing all week, and I'll tune myself out throughout the week, and I kind of over adjust, working on it at home. Then when I get here, I don't quite do enough. And there's been a lot of times where I've raced and hit hot laps, hit a heat race, and thought, man, that sucked. We're going back to what we did last weekend. And unfortunately, that's how it is most of the time. But there's only so much you can do with these cars. It's not rocket science. There's only so much you can do. So thinking outside the box is kind of difficult sometimes. Like, you can sit there and just stare at something and try to think of something different, something that can make more speed. And a lot of times that hurts me because I get too idiotic with it.
So when you come to the track, you're here for a long time, 4 or 5 hours. What's your favorite part about being at the racetrack?
Favorite part about being here is racing. I mean, all this other stuff, it's all right. It's chill. My boys get to play in the dirt and, get to have fun and whatnot. But the best part for me is just when the visor goes down and the world shuts off. That's why I come, and that's why I keep coming back, So that's my favorite part. Now, as far as the atmosphere, it is a good atmosphere around here. It's pretty family-oriented for the most part, and our kids can play and whatnot and enjoy the races, and it's kind of a family deal anymore, and we all enjoy it.
Well, good luck tonight, Jacob. I know you got a couple top twos, pretty much 2, 3 finishes, so hopefully you get another win. Good luck tonight. everybody. I'm here at Springfield Raceway here with Pete Richardson in the 64 GRT Midwest Modified. And Pete, you're sitting fourth in points right now here at Springfield. You got one win here, right? One win. You got 10 top fives out of 12 races here. So you're pretty consistent. What are your expectations for the night tonight?
Tonight, not tear it up is the main goal. Definitely try to get in the top five. That's always our goal. But be down there in victory lane is the main goal. You know, at the end of the night, I think that's what everyone's main goal is to do, is get down to victory lane, and that's what we're shooting for tonight.
So the 64 is a really iconic number, especially to you. So in your eyes, you know, what does a 64 mean to you?
Man, it means a lot to me. I'd say the first one that pops up, of course, my grandpa, and just racing was his life. That's what he loved to do. That's what he woke up to do. That's what he breathed and needed was race cars. And he just installed basically wired in my head is that takes a lot of work to get it done, but it's also a lot of fun at the same time. But being able to spend time with your family and just all those times together, and I think even spending those times together is more fun and more memorable than winning at the end of the night. So I'd say family is the biggest thing. We just have such a close niche family, and being able to have them come along every single weekend and experience it with us, and it's just a blast. And there's a lot of things that come with that meeting of 64, I guess. So I can't really pinpoint one. So
I know we miss him here for sure. I know that. And then another question: what's your favorite race that you witnessed that you weren't a part of?
I'd say my favorite race I witnessed, I guess I could say I was somewhat part of it. It was the last race my grandpa won. It was back in around 2013, I think. He didn't get in a car for like 8 years. Then he got in a modified and started like 13th, and he won it. And it was kind of funny though. And the heat race, he didn't do so good. So I was like, oh, you need to put up your shoes back up and you hang them back up. You ain't got it no more. And then he went there and started 13th and won it on the last lap. And I think that was probably the most memorable and awesome race I got to witness, besides not being in a race, I guess you could say. But so that was pretty cool.
That's good. And then when you come to the track on a whole, like as a whole race weekend, what's your favorite part about just the races as a whole?
Just seeing everybody and being with your family, and just, you work all week, and, your family has to sacrifice a lot of your time, because you're always in the shop working. So it's always just fun to come together and just relax. And I know it is kind of stressful being at the racetrack, but just all coming together and just having a good time and seeing everybody smile, and it just kind of puts all that stress on the back burner for the night or the weekend, and just have a good time. And that's what it's all about, really, is just having a great time with your family and making memories with them. And that's what I enjoy the most out of racing. So
I know recently you've been starting from the back, in a lot of heats, a lot of features. So how's that been a challenge for you, trying to drive through the pack, as tough as this A-Class is here at Springfield?
It is very tough. You got to manage. They're all so fast. Everybody's so close to the same lap times and got the same equipment. And so you just got to find that edge on people and just keep on digging. Everybody else during the week is trying to find that edge. And some nights you hit it and some nights you don't. You got to get lucky. And luck is, I'd say, at least 90% of racing, and 10% this other skill. But it's tough. I think every class is tough in today's day and age. Everybody has great equipment and great drivers, and it's tough, but it's more meaningful when you do win one, when you start from the back, and makes you feel like you earned it for sure. So,
well, good luck tonight, Pete. Get it in the top 5 again. Hopefully, get a win. Thank you. Everybody, I'm here at Springfield Raceway, here with Kynsey Collins, -7, Allen Autosports Midwest Mod tonight. You got your 6 in points here at Springfield, the A-Class. 1 win. You got 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s out of 10 races. So very consistent in this class. What does that contribute to stay consistent every week?
Just take care of my maintenance and make sure everything's good to go every week when I come.
So during a race and a whole race weekend, are you more towards the motor side of it or more towards the setup?
Oh, it's definitely set up. A lot of times you can have too much motor and just spin your tires constantly and don't go nowhere.
So, like, during the week, whenever you're setting your car up or doing your maintenance on it, you do more changes through the week or more changes at the track?
Through the week. I try not to work on it very much at the track.
So when you're racing, you don't do very many changes at the track. Do you kind of work with the track, with the way the track conditions are?
Yeah, just wheel space is about all I do at the track.
So on a race weekend, what's your favorite part about like a whole race weekend?
Oh, winning for sure.
Go put it in Victor Lane.
Yeah, hell yeah, I will.
Thanks. That's Kynsey Collins. Good luck tonight, man. I'm here with Jacob. In your heat, you finished second, up one spot in the heat. Car looked good, fast up top. So what do you think about the heat?
Yeah, it had some character to it. It was still pretty slimy on the bottom. We both did a little more of a hold down shock for the mud, and I'm not used to it. It was definitely different, but it wasn't bad. We was able to get in, on the top good and get rolling there. And probably could have challenged for the lead a little better, but here at Springfield we do a points average scramble for the feature lineup. So top four is all we needed to get, and I wasn't gonna, get too stupid with it and just kind of not coast, but just not run too hard. So yeah, it was a good run, and we're gonna get some things done here and see what we can do for the feature.
So the feature, you're starting third row inside, starting fifth. You gonna make any changes to it, or are you going out like it is?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put that that other shock on that I generally run. I'm predicting the track's gonna slick off a little more, and I'm hoping that there's still a cushion left when we get there. I think there will be, just because of the moisture that's out there currently. So yeah, we're gonna put that other shock on, buff some tires, and just make sure everything's ready to go and let her eat.
We're starting top five, so good luck.
I think, bud.